There's this quote everyone's heard of 1,000 times before. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu, ancient Chinese philosopher. Guy was onto something. But also, respectfully, he never had to stare at an overdue to-do list at 11 p.m. wondering how it got so long. Because when you're genuinely stuck, that quote doesn't feel so wise. It feels like a passive-aggressive sticky note on your forehead. Cool, a single step. What if I can't even put my shoes on? And listen, that feeling isn't weakness. It's not laziness either. It happens to driven people, disciplined people, people who have done hard things before and will again. But some mornings you wake up and the fire just isn't there. No urgency, no spark, nothing. Just the vague awareness that you said you'd do things and you haven't done them. So, you negotiate. I'll start tomorrow, which becomes next week, which somehow becomes a version of you who's quietly stopped believing they'll actually ever start. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Staying still isn't neutral. It has a cost. Inaction breeds inaction. That's not motivational poster fluff. That's literally physics. An object at rest stays at rest. The longer you don't move, the heavier moving feels. Until eventually, I haven't started yet, quietly becomes, I'm just not someone who does this. I'm lazy, I'm inconsistent, I don't have discipline. Maybe. Or maybe you've just been still for a while. Those aren't the same thing. So how do you actually break it? You make the first step embarrassingly small. Not small, embarrassingly small. Kind of small that your old motivated self would roll their eyes at. Want to read more? Don't shoot for a chapter. Read one page. Literally one. Want to get in shape? Don't commit to an hour at the gym. Do one push-up. Get on the floor. Do one. Stand back up. Done. That's not a metaphor. That's the actual assignment. Because here's what nobody talks about. The first step was never about progress. It was always about the momentum. You do one push-up and something shifts. You might do 5, you might do 20. But even if you don't, you've proven something small but important to yourself. I can move when I decide to. That proof compounds. Motivation doesn't show up because you start. It shows up because you started. Confidence isn't what you need to begin with. It's what you get after you do. You're not waiting for the right feeling. You're waiting for the right action, which then creates the feeling. You don't need a new system. You don't need a better plan. You don't need a rebrand of your entire identity. You need one stupid small move today, right now, if possible. One page, one push-up, one email, 1 minute. Make it so small you genuinely cannot talk yourself out of it. And then let the physics take over. That's what Lao Tzu meant.